Imhotep. I'm Professor Momo. We are going to present a very comprehensive lecture on symbols. Symbols that you see every day, and certainly many of them do have an impact in your life, but you have not known how to explain the symbols that you see. They are all over. But anyways, this lecture is going to introduce you to different kinds of symbols. So what are the different kinds of symbols? Well, there are star symbols, STAR, star symbols, pyramid symbols, circle symbols, ram head symbols, sun symbols, impose, and then also you have eye symbols. I'm going to go through these symbols, not in details, of course, because there won't be time for that, but I'll show you what they are, and then I have DVDs that you will be able to order, and you can specify which specific symbols that you need. If you need all of these symbols, that'd be great. If you just want a specific symbol fully explained, then I will provide that for you too. But anyways, I'm going to start off with a Heaven's Gate symbol. This is what you see right here, Heaven's Gate. Now, who are these people? Well, Heaven's Gate was a religious cult. It was started by Marshall Applewhite, born in Nettles in California. They were a UFO religious organization in the 1970s. They were based in San Diego. These two made their followers believe that the comet Hale-Bopp was the spaceship that was to take them to heaven. So on March 26, 1997, when the comet was at its brightest, 39 of the followers in a mansion in San Diego committed suicide. So are we going to allow people to be misled again with the advent of 2012? No, no one is going to lose their lives at all. Life is too precious. However, we must learn how Marshall and Nettles developed doctrines that were based on the Bible's salvation and apocalypse. These were the systems they used to convince people about being a part of their system. All of these were played, all these systems, apocalypse and salvation, were played with science fiction rhetoric. So they made it appear as if it was a scientific fact, and so people were attracted to it. So speculations about 2012 are rampant, we know that, but we assure you, this time, the Dogon has all the answers that you need to neutralize your doubts about salvation and apocalypse. The Dogon assures you there will be no natural calamities in 2012 except those made by another George Bush and Tony Blair. So keep watching this YouTube video, and then order your copy of these DVDs. I'm getting them ready now. Thanks a lot. These are sun symbols. Look at them. Take a good look at them. I am not going to take each one at this moment and characterize it as this or that, or giving this message or that message. You will get all of that information in the video, and also the book that I'm going to put together that comes along with the video. So there's going to be a short book that explains some of these symbols plus the DVD. So you get all that information there. It will be very thorough. But this is what I want you to remember when you look at symbols. Many times people look at symbols and they have already a predetermined assessment of what they see because of what they've read, because of what other people have told them about symbols. For instance, Illuminati symbols, Freemasonry symbols, and they tend to associate these symbols with evil or with control, that these organizations or these groups are out to control. Sure, no one is denying that. I'm not denying that. That is happening now. But why do you want to look at it from that point of view? This is my question. What you have to do, which is what I do, when I see any symbol out there, or when I have any experience at all, the first question that I ask is, how is this experience going to benefit me? That's what I ask, not how it is going to destroy me, or how, or what someone else has said about it that they believe is there to run them down the road, or drop them down a ditch. No, I don't look at anything from that point of view. I'm not a positive thinker either. But what I do is I think through things. I look at a symbol and I go beyond. I go beyond the surface nature of the symbol. So, for instance, I see the sun symbol. I go into the core of the sun. See? So when I go into the core of the sun, then I see exactly what is making the light come out of the sun. And so therefore, if people are going to display any kind of emblem on the sun, I know that emblem is not going to have an effect on me, because I know what is making the sun give light. This is what I'm teaching you. So you got to understand that the worst thing to do is to look at symbols as if they are a threat to you. No, they are not threats to you. The reason why you believe they are threats to you is because you are not going beyond the symbol. So you simply surrender your power away to the symbol, and it continues to affect you, and then you just keep surrendering. You give up hope. You give up your own life. No, that's not going to happen. That's why I'm teaching you this. The fact is, you got to realize that you got to take your power away from the symbol, and the way you do that is what I will teach you. I will teach you basically to understand how you in fact enter codes into your own DNA. Just because you are surrendering, you are rewriting your own DNA programming. And you know, most of these symbols that you see, we're going to go to the next page to show you the symbol of the pyramid. Now let me tell you one thing. In the DNA helix, the strands, one of the strands is called the pyrimidine. Let me spell that for you. Pyrimidine. Now pyrimidine is the code for what? You know what? And so when you become afraid of any symbol, you are entering your DNA and you are coding it with the fear that you have. Get the DVDs, get the little book I'm going to put together, and move on. Stop being afraid. Take control. Now take a look at this symbol here. This is the ram head symbols. Now I've already spent 8 minutes, so I only have a minute to go through this because I have another page to cover. But the symbol of the ram head, as you see, is definitely associated with the Roman Catholic Church and different kinds of religion. Look at Yasser Arafat's head scarf there. Look at the way it's shaped, and then look at also the finger pointing. So you look at these symbols, you know exactly the power nature in them. So the ram head signifies some form of power, and you can also see the star, the 5-star on the forehead of the ram. So this is extremely powerful, but you have to understand, again, you have to understand how this power came. Now, for instance, the Roman Catholic Church has what they call the mitre, M-I-T-R-E, you know, which is in fact what this Saint Zenon of Verona is wearing. The mitre, you know, the headscarf, the head gear he's wearing. They call it the mitre. But now look at the word mitre and meter, M-E-T-R. Now the word meter is certainly the measure of French of distance, of length in French. But how did the word meter come about? See, I told you I go into the in toto of things. The word meter, M-E-T-R, came about when the 3 African priestesses came from Africa into Kemet, and they invented trigonometry. In fact, here's a short write-up on the meter. They say those three presidencies could measure the length of the year to 365.24219 days. They were credited with placing the granite slab into the Great Pyramid, which, according to the French mathematician Abbé Thomas Moreau, in his book The Mysterious Science of the Pharaohs, is the basics for the metric system. See, and so this is where the word meter came from. So again, get a DVD and you will learn more on this.